Welcome to Slow Italian, Italian Pronunciation, Part 1. Italian pronunciation might seem difficult at first, but don't worry. Italian is very regular, and once you know the rules, it's easy to pronounce each word correctly. Spelling and pronouncing words in Italian always follows one big rule. What you hear is what you write. Italian is a phonetic language, which means most words are pronounced as they are written. All you have to do is learn a few simple rules. Let's start with vowels. Similar to the English language, Italian uses the vowels A, E, I, O, and U. However, there's a slight difference in the way vowels are pronounced in Italian, and learning how to properly pronounce them can make a huge difference. Here's the proper way to pronounce Italian vowels, and remember that most words in Italian actually end in a vowel. A. Make sure you open your mouth and throat when pronouncing this vowel. A. The sound is similar to the A in the English word father. A. Ape. Ape. Arancia. Arancia. Sara. Sara. Pasta. Pasta. Mamma. Mamma. Ama. Ama. Papa. Papa. When a word has an A with an accent over it, it simply indicates that the word is stressed on that vowel, but the sound doesn't change. Sarà. Sarà. Andrà. Andrà. Città. Città. Pietà. Pietà. Verità. Verità. Papà. Papà. See what I did there? Papa. Papà. Sara. Sarà. Italian has two types of E: closed E and open E. They each have their own written accent, which you sometimes can find in words, but both are mainly used without a written distinction. The closed E sounds like the letter E in the English word day. E. Beve. Beve. Me. Me. Fede. Fede. Vede. Vede. Mele. Mele. Sete. Sete. Pepe. Pepe. Perché? Perché? Finché. Finché. Ne. Ne. The open E sounds like the E in the English word met. E. Lento. Lento. Festa. Festa. Sedia. Sedia. Presto. Presto. Dento. Dento. Tè. Tè. Bebè. Bebè. Caffè. Caffè. Knowing which E to use comes with practice. And remember, it's never, never E. This vowel sounds like the I in the English word machine. I. It's always pronounced I. Libri, libri. Vini, vini. Bimbi, bimbi. Violini, violini. Tini, tini. Pini, pini. Just like the letter A, an accent on the I simply indicates how to pronounce the word. Bensì, bensì. Così, così. Lunedì, lunedì. The O has two pronunciations too. It's sometimes pronounced O, like the O in the English word pot. O. Moda, moda. No, no. Oro, oro. Posta, posta. Cosa, cosa. Olio, olio. Or it can be closed and be pronounced like the O in the English word or. O. Sole, sole. Posto, posto. Tondo, tondo. Volo, volo. Mondo, mondo. Sadly, this difference is never indicated with an accent, and its pronunciation tends to vary a lot across Italy. Perfection takes time and practice, but the good news is that you don't need to be perfect to be understood. The correct pronunciation of O is only indicated in a few words, and it's always an open O. Avrò, avrò. Farò, farò. Darò, darò. Andò, andò. Perciò, perciò. The U is pronounced like the letter U in the English word rule. U. Luna, luna. Fungo, fungo. Uno, uno. Lungo, lungo. Fuga, fuga. Mulo, mulo. Uso, uso. Tubo, tubo. If you see an accent on this vowel, just like the letters A, I, and O, pronounce the word stressing the U. Più, più. Giù, giù. Lassù, lassù. Laggiù, laggiù. Quassù, quassù. Tabù, tabù. If you want to sound like an Italian native speaker, always remember that Italian vowels have one and only one defined and specific sound each. This is often different in the English language, where vowels sometimes are dragged out. In English, the letter I, for example, when in the word machine, has only one sound, I. But when I say I am, it's composed of the sounds A and I. Another example is the English letter O, which combines the sounds O and U. O. In Italian, this never happens, so make sure you watch your vowels. When you find a word with two or more vowels, one next to each other, always pronounce them all clearly. Automobile, automobile. Sei, sei. Poi, poi. Bianco, bianco. Lieto, lieto. Fiore, fiore. Più, più. Suino, suino. Nuovo, nuovo. Maiale, maiale. Cooperare, cooperare. Aiuola, aiuola. One last tip. When learning from Italian native speakers, always be wary of regional accents. Most Italians don't get their vowels right. Thank you for watching Slow Italian, Italian Pronunciation, Part 1. If you liked this video, you might also like Part 2, Rolling Your R.